Hello everyone, this is Rabbitearsblog and welcome to another movie news roundup series. So we got a bit of movie news for this week, so let's talk about this week's movie news. So this week's movie news is that the Sonic cinematic universe is in full swing, and as stated by an article on Tales channel, while not explicitly confirming a Sonic cinematic universe, one much in the vein of Marvel's and DC Comics, Toby Asher delved into future plans for the top grossing movie and now television franchise. He also touched on how his team would only produce character spin-offs like Knuckles if they felt that they had stories about the cast worth telling and expanding upon, perhaps in reference to recent underperformance of shows about side characters like Madam Web and Morbius, and the insistence on creating character spin-offs for as many characters across the cinematic universe as possible. The Sonic franchise on the movie side is going to be these Avengers level events. They're going to be these big, exciting stories that have a lot of different characters. I don't think there's any closed doors on future television, future seasons of Knuckles, so everything is wide open. I think it's important to us that we're not just making stuff to make stuff. Now it's time for Thoughts for the Day, where I talk about my thoughts on this week's movie news. So what do I think about a possibility of a Sonic cinematic universe being started up? Well, I'm kind of excited and a bit concerned at the same time. So I do like the fact that this means that we will be getting more movies about the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise in movie format, and we get to see more characters from the games come up on the big screen. So that's like the most exciting part of this whole thing, is seeing more of the Sonic the Hedgehog characters from the games make it to the big screen. However, I do have concerns about this whole thing, and a lot of those concerns have a lot to do with what's going on with the current movie cinematic universes, like the Marvel cinematic universe and the DCEU. And I wanted to talk about some of my concerns about that. So the first concern that I have is the possibility of oversaturating the market with all the Sonic movies and the Sonic TV shows. Like, one of the biggest issues going on with the MCU right now is that they're oversaturating their movies and their TV shows. Like, we've been getting like 2 or 3 MCU movies per year, and then coming out the exact same year, we have like 3 or 4 TV shows coming out. And that can be a bit overwhelming for a lot of viewers because there's just so much content to take in, and you have to try to get to know all of these characters being introduced, and not just the movies, but also in the TV shows itself. And also there was the issue about how the TV shows were tied too heavily into the movies, to the point where you have to watch the TV shows to understand what's going on in the movies. And I don't want a similar thing to happen to the Sonic the Hedgehog movies. Like, I don't want it to have it set up where you have to watch the TV shows in order to understand the movies. I want both the TV shows and the movies to be like their own thing, in a sense. Like, you could still have the TV series take place in the movie universe, just don't have like a major plot point that would tie into the movies that would force you to watch the TV shows just to understand what's really going on with the movies. And then another thing I'm concerned about is whether or not Sonic and his friends are going to get the core focus in these movies and TV shows. Like, I think the first 2 movies did a pretty good job at focusing everything on just Sonic and his friends. But as of this video, I have not seen the Knuckles TV series, but from what I've heard, it seems that Knuckles is not the main focus of the series, and that could be a problem in regards to utilizing the human characters in the movies. Like, I personally don't have a problem with the human characters. I do like most of the human characters in this universe, but I do have that fear about them overshadowing the Sonic the Hedgehog characters, because at the end of the day, most of the viewers go into the Sonic the Hedgehog movies to watch Sonic the Hedgehog and his friends, because it's called Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to me that you're going to call a movie Sonic the Hedgehog and it's not about him. So I'm hoping that in the future Sonic the Hedgehog movies, I hope that just Sonic and his friends are the main focus. Like, you could have the human characters in supporting roles, but I think that Sonic and his friends need to be the main characters if you want to keep the interest in this franchise going. Because I think that if you start putting more focus on the human characters, it's going to make a lot of people lose interest in this franchise, because they're not able to see Sonic and his friends be like major characters like they like to. So hopefully in future movies and TV shows, they could just have Sonic and his friends be the main characters, while they have the human characters as mostly supporting characters who help out with Sonic occasionally. All aboard the Social Media Express. Want to send some tweets my way? Then follow me on Twitter. Want to see me play lots of video games and other stuff? Then follow me on Twitch. Want to join our crazy community? Then join our Discord group. Let's chat with Rabbitearsblog. Want to see more stuff from my YouTube channel? Then check out my Facebook page, Rabbitearsblog's Best Comments. Want to check me out at other awesome accounts? Here's my card. And now, back to the video. And that's basically my thoughts on this whole thing. Like, while I'm excited about the idea about having a Sonic cinematic universe, because that means that you can add more characters from the games into the cinematic universe, I am a bit concerned about the Sonic movie franchise possibly being oversaturated in the market, or the focus would shift to the humans at some point. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But yeah, those are my major concerns about the Sonic cinematic universe, and I just hope that the cinematic universe becomes a success if it does happen, like if they're able to make all these movies that they want. And I do agree with them about how they should just make the movies if they have a story to tell rather than just put stuff out there. I think that's very important, because the most important things about movies are the stories and the characters. And if you don't get the stories and the characters right, then the movie franchise is going to fall apart easily. So here's to hoping that the Sonic cinematic universe becomes a success. So those are my thoughts on this week's movie news, and tell me in the comments down below, what do you guys think about having a Sonic cinematic universe? Are you excited for this, or do you have some concerns about how this universe is going to pan out? Please let me know in the comments down below. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is Rabbitearsblog, and I'll see you guys later. Hey guys, like this video? If you want to check out more crazy content from this channel, then please hit that big old colorful subscribe button. And if you're feeling extra generous, then please support me through Patreon so I can make more awesome content for this channel.